Ukraine is now tired and wants this conflict to end. It's day 1220 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Today there are many interesting news coming from the front. It is very clear that Russia is going for maximum stretch of Ukrainian armed forces, as there are reports coming that they have activated the Zaporizhzhia front. As you know, this was the only front where Russian forces were not applying active pressure. For past several days, Ukrainian sources were claiming that Russian forces might activate the Zaporizhzhia front in coming days, as they detected the movements in the direction. And according to the latest report, they were correct. Recently, Russian forces launched an attack on Maryinka. They were advancing on the city from two directions. It seems like Ukrainian forces were taken by surprise, as they were expecting activation in the coming weeks and not now. As a result, Russian forces successfully broke the initial defenses and entered the city from the south. Now this activation is not limited to the Maryinka front, they have also activated the Suriyak front. Russian sources are reporting that their forces have launched a push on Bakhmut in the last 48 hours. They are advancing on the town from the south and along the road. There is a rumor that they have taken the eastern part of the town, however it is not 100% confirmed. As you can see, Russian armed forces are now advancing on the entire front line, from Sumy to Zaporizhzhia. This will have a devastating effect on Ukrainian armed forces, as their resources are fully stretched. Now moving to Velika Novosilka front. Here Russian advance has caused loss not only to Ukraine but to the UK as well. At Shevchenko previously we saw how Russian forces captured more than 60% of the village, and Ukrainian forces were holding the northwestern part of the settlement. Latest report from the sources confirms that they have completed the capture of Shevchenko. This is not just any village, it has large deposits of lithium. According to the media, rights to develop this deposit were allegedly given to the United Kingdom when former Prime Minister Suriyak visited Ukraine. But as you can see, this has now come under Russian control. Additional capture like this help Russia in long run greatly. Furthermore, little north, in previous report I suggested, Russian forces after capturing Yalta will now advance on Zirka. And the latest report from the front confirmed it. Latest report says they have reached Zirka from the east. It will be very difficult for Ukrainian forces to defend because of geography. Now, one of the institutes recently conducted a survey to find out where Ukrainian people stand in this war. According to the findings, nearly 72% of Ukrainians want to end the war. And only around 20% think they should continue and restore their borders. This clearly suggests that the general population is now tired of this war and wants it to end. And with each Russian advance and slow Western support, this percentage is likely to increase. As you can imagine, if this continues for a few more months, the current government might have a very hard time in future elections. And that could be Russia's plan all along. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.